Victor Wembanyama is going to run away with All-Star MVP. He is going to win Defensive Player of the Year. And
we got multiple.
He will get at least 2 votes in the MVP ballot.
Dang.
This team's good when he's on the court. He's so good. I'm never going to shut up about him. I like the next 20 years. All I want to do is talk about Wembanyama. He's the most fascinating player I've ever seen. Like in a good way. Like there's some players where I'm just like, how the fuck is that guy in the league? Not this. This is, how is this real basketball? How is this a real person?
The piece to me that I didn't realize he would have is he's just really good at like positioning himself off ball to do damage. Mm-hmm. I didn't know he was going to have that. Like I knew he was going to be super tall and super fluid. But the other day they ran a cross screen for Zach Collins, and Zach Collins drove baseline, and Wembanyama like just kind of circled around and put himself in perfect position to catch and dunk. And it was just like, the little plays like that he makes, or sometimes like he'll post up and then they'll swing to the other side and he'll stay posted to just take that space and create an easy bucket at the rim. So it's all that stuff that's more advanced than I expected it to be, on top of all the highlight stuff that he's already doing. It's like the knowledge of how to make himself a scorer is just really impressive.
I'll agree. I'm gonna agree. Like those things usually take years to figure out the proper, not only like defensive rotations, but like I think a lot of people don't realize there's offensive rotations too. Right? Like you mentioned Collins driving baseline, like it's a known thing. You get taught they drive baseline, you have to kind of circle up to top of the charge circle area. Right. And that's where your pocket is. And like that sometimes takes years to really figure out, especially like it takes years for players who are coming out of college to learn that, let alone coming from not only, being a teenager, but also coming from a foreign country.
What do you think do you think that takes a while because the game is fast, because the game is so smart compared to like every other level, because the rules in college are different, so you're doing different things? Like, what do you think that adjustment is?
I think it's all of it. I think defensive 3 seconds forces different rotations offensively, right? I think the skill of the players, I think the size of the key, I think all of those things make a difference in how you're supposed to rotate. Right. And then just like I said, the flat out skill of players, right? Like you can get away with certain things in college that, in terms of spacing, just because maybe you're the most athletic player on the floor, the quickest, or you just out talent everybody. Right. But like that just doesn't fly in the NBA. So positioning is super important because, you're probably not the most athletic on the floor. Like obviously he's an anomaly being 7'5".
Yeah.
Like even still, like if he's not in the right positions, he's going to get stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he already knows what those right positions are, which it surprised me. I didn't think he would have that so quick.
I just like, I truly believe if you like basketball even a little bit and you're not watching every Spurs game, you're fucking up. It's like I've never been more in on a player than this.
I love how much you love him because you're kind of a hater sometimes.
100%.
And especially because of how over the top everybody is about Wembanyama. I wouldn't have been surprised if you'd become a hater, but he's so good you can't be.
I reserve that for I reserve that for Chet Holmgren. And again, that's a you thing. It has nothing to do with him. It's because you're so annoying about him.
He's really good too.
He's pretty good. You know what I really hate right now? The people on the internet who are like, don't let what Wemby's doing overshadow Chet. Chet's doing some special stuff too. Chet's good, and Chet is doing some special stuff.
But he's being overshadowed.
There's a hierarchy here. Yeah.